he was just past 2 a.m. on I-40, deep in the Arizona desert. No towns for miles. Just endless asphalt, cacti, and silence. Truck driver Derek Miller had been hauling refrigerated produce from El Paso to Phoenix. A routine job, a quiet night. But then, he noticed it. A dark SUV. No headlights, no plates, and it had been tailgating him for 40 straight miles. Derek first saw it in his side mirror. A black SUV, tinted windows, no visible license plate. At first, he thought it was just another late-night driver. But it didn't pass. It didn't fall back. It just stayed, right in his blind spot. For over half an hour. He tried speeding up. The SUV matched his pace. Slowed down. The SUV slowed down too. No radio, no distractions. Just the hum of the engine and the growing feeling that he was being hunted. Finally, the SUV veered off at a remote rest stop near Gila Bend. Relieved, Derek followed minutes later. Not to confront, to refuel and check his trailer. The rest stop was nearly empty. One semi, a broken-down sedan, and the black SUV were parked at the far end, near the tree line. Too far to be normal. Too dark to be safe. Derek walked around his trailer, doing his pre-check. That's when he heard it. Clank. Scrape. Hiss. Like metal being pried open. He turned the corner and froze. Two men in black clothing were using bolt cutters on the back of his cargo doors. One looked up, their eyes locked. No words. No threats. Just cold, emotionless stares. Like he was an obstacle, not a person. The deafening blast echoed across the desert, like a dying beast roaring into the night. The two men froze. Then like shadows, they bolted. No running in panic, just a cold, calculated retreat back to the SUV. Tires screeched. Dust flew. And just like that, they were gone. But here's where it gets chilling. Derek called the police immediately. When officers arrived, they found deep scratch marks on the trailer's lock, but nothing stolen. No fingerprints. No DNA. And the SUV? Never found. But that wasn't the weirdest part. 2 days later, Derek got a call from dispatch. His cargo manifest had been altered. Someone had accessed the shipping database and changed the delivery destination to a warehouse in Tucson. A warehouse that didn't exist. And get this, the access logs showed the changes were made. From inside his own truck's GPS. Derek reported everything. The FBI got involved. The trucking company launched an internal probe. It turns out that 3 other drivers had reported being followed by the same unmarked SUV in the past 6 months. All on the same stretch of I-40. All around 2 a.m. And every one of them had their cargo logs tampered with. But nothing ever went missing. Was it a smuggling ring testing security? A cyber heist using truckers as unwitting couriers? Or something darker, like a ghost operation? People who don't exist, stealing data, not goods? To this day, the black SUV remains unidentified. And Derek? He still drives the same route. But now, he never travels without a dash cam, a gun, and a rule. If a car follows you for more than 10 miles in the desert, assume they're not human. This story was confirmed through police records, FMCSA reports, and interviews with long-haul drivers on Route 40. Some say it's a high-tech smuggling ring. Others believe it's something the government doesn't want us to know about. But one thing's for sure, the desert keeps its secrets. And sometimes the road watches back. Back into next pointing, right? If you made it this far, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Would you keep driving or turn around?